everyone. This is Tom, your host for the Hidden Truths channel. How's everybody doing this evening? Tonight the live stream is going to be on Trump and the Nobel Peace Prize and that three-eye atlas cosmic object that is out there in our solar system that has scientists perplexed and thinking that it may be one Harvard guy's astrophysicists even saying that it might be an alien invasion. Crazy time anyway. So we're going to discuss that. A couple interesting subjects that don't match up, huh? But one hell of a distraction it'd be, wouldn't it? So anyway, that's what we're going to discuss tonight. Got to wait a couple minutes for some people to show up. Wait for notifications to go out and stuff. So let's discuss. Everybody hot the last couple days? Well, I tell you what, it's been warm. We're going to get a little reprieve. We're going to be able to get some work done on the yard. We're going to get some moisture and stuff. It's going to be cool. And tomorrow I am going to plant some grass. Not the stuff you smoke, people. The stuff that makes your lawn look beautiful. And, if we're going to get moisture and cool weather, it's a good time to do it. Especially in September. When you plant spring wheat, good time to plant grass. Keep it watered, get the root system and stuff going before winter. It'll come up in the spring like crazy. So that's the thing, work with Mother Nature. It's not overnight type of deal. Anyway, but I tell you what, I sure appreciate all the subscribers I've gotten over the last few weeks. Even though YouTube's really slamming down, the channel's still growing, little by little, but it's still growing. Whatever it takes, right? Nothing's done fast in today's world, especially if you got to deal with the government. Obviously, nothing's done fast. But so, yeah, we're gonna start our discussion here about the Nobel Peace Prize and Trump winning the Nobel Peace Prize. It's beyond ridiculous, okay? Doesn't that mean that you want peace? Okay. Trump has continued the Ukraine war like he said he'd end right away. Remember that? Snack amigo. Is that a pack key shirt? It's a Lone Wolf Prepper shirt. It's my other channel. Okay. But Trump and this Nobel Peace Prize, this is ridiculous, okay? Remember Obama won the Nobel Peace Prize? What peace ever came over the world when Obama was president? Now we're dealing with Trump with the Nobel Peace Prize. After what? He's sending more arms and money, weapons and money to Ukraine so that, do you see the Trump South Park episode? No, I don't watch normal TV. All the TV I watch is from years ago. But anyway, I'm sure it probably hit the mark. So that's one thing, sad. This is the thing. If you were a comedian nowadays, in all the material that Washington, D.C., if everything wasn't politically correct, they took the piss out of, yeah. If you were political correct, you know what kind of material these people are giving you? I mean, let's do a little skit here. Yeah, they're going to give Trump the Nobel Peace Prize after he bombed Iran to get peace in the Middle East. After he said they're giving weapons and money to Ukraine to continue that war. Yeah, that's peace. $1 trillion or so. Over $1 trillion this year just in defense spending to the Defense Department. You know who else isn't living in peace? All the kids that are victims of the people that are not on the list that doesn't exist. I don't think they're dealing with too much peace either. Would everybody care to agree with that? Nobel Peace Prize. who recommended or nominated him? Netanyahu. Whatever. You know, I guess he was happy that Trump bombed Iran. Anyway, you're gonna sit there and tell me a peace prize? Then how about we stop giving money to Ukraine? Wasn't it just a couple weeks ago? Anything goes, except basically nukes. They can have anything else. What are the thoughts on the Trump saying he's increasing taxes by 3.5% to supply Ukraine? I didn't hear that. See, I'm under the assumption I'm a Marine. I think it's time to take our country back. Okay? This is ridiculous. And then they're going to give him the Nobel Peace Prize. Anyway, hey, if you're all here, this channel don't ask for money or donations or sell anything. If you want to help support the channel, hit the thumbs up, the subscribe button, and the bell notification so you can. I put out a lot of content, and help the channel out, help the word grow, especially when we got President Trump. The thing is, I'm one of them that feel I got duped. I'm one of them that feel I got kicked in the gut. I'm one of them that actually thought he was going to follow through with what he said he was going to do. And then he's talking about giving amnesty to farm workers and hotel workers and cooks and stuff. That ain't going to create no peace in our country. Nobel Peace Prize. Really, we got a president that's going to get a Nobel Peace Prize when everybody in this country wants to shoot each other. That don't make much sense either now, does it? Imagine if the hitman owed more danger than Trump's. There's no way it's a political stunt, okay? There's no way anybody is good enough to shoot somebody through the ear. It was all, he was met. All I know is that there's no way an 18-year-old kid can sit there and outsmart the Secret Service. They had military there, and all the cops and stuff. This 18-year-old who had no sniper training whatsoever. It's bullshit. Get in a position like that to be able to take a shot at the president or the candidate to be president, which was the president before. That's insanity, okay? There's no way. It's impossible. I was in the military. I know that's not possible. All right. There's no way. And these people that are protecting the president are supposed to be the top of the top of the top. All right. But we'll never find out the truth. Obviously, Trump's not too concerned about the truth about that. So, for sure, fake. Something's fake about it, okay? But I do believe that he was meant to take Trump out. Anyway, that was an incredible time to move your head. I don't want anybody to get killed. I don't want Trump dead. I didn't want Biden dead. I don't want none of that. I want him punished. I want him brought to justice and tried, especially if he's on the Epstein list, brought to trial and tried. Damn it, a death is too easy for these people. When they all get punished, I think we ought to sit there and build a prison around one of these small mountains and make sure they got the best medical, the best everything, nice comfortable rack to sleep in, the best things, and give them a tack hammer and make them for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, turn that mountain into dust. No death sentence. Make them suffer for years. Okay? Reckon aliens are real. We're going to get into that. Have you heard of that? We got a Harvard professor saying some goofy shit now. Anyway, we're going to get into that next, but I still want to talk about this Nobel Peace Prize, okay? So we're spending... What don't they understand what peace means? Like I say, Trump isn't bringing peace to this country amongst the civilians. They're still dividing us more and more, and he's not bringing peace to the world. So explain to me how he rates the Nobel Peace Prize. I don't see it. But then again, Barack Obama got it too, so, whatever. So I'm sure he'll bring a lot more peace to the world. But whatever. There's nothing you can do. But, it just shows you that it's all a dog and pony show. No little feather he can stick in his hat. Hey, I got the Nobel Peace Prize 6 months before, Civil War or World War III broke out. Isn't that great? I did such a great thing. And these people actually believe their own press. That's the problem. Anyway, but that's all I got on that. So, but I don't think he rates the Nobel Peace Prize, okay? $1 trillion we're spending plus on defense. And we're not even at war. We know the country's not, but obviously the American taxpayer is paying for a lot of war. So anyway, Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, sounds good to me. It's just the stupid that can come out of these elites and politicians' mouths is incredible. But anyway, now let's talk about this alien. Well, whatever. Okay, let's start first. The name of this object that they're tracking is 3I Atlas. The reason it's called 3I, this is the third time third time ever they say. And I think the reason they're detecting it now, because the first one was in 2017, stuff that is in our solar system that's come into our solar system from out of our solar system, okay? This is the third object since 2017. I just said, our equipment to notice these things is getting better, okay? I'm not buying this aliens thing. No, I believe in UFOs, okay? I believe in life in other planets because I feel it's a mathematical impossibility that in a universe that is always expanding, there's just no way we're the only intelligent life. This universe was around for 10 billion years before the Earth was even around, okay? There'd been life here before, but I'm not buying this either. But this object, anyway, it's supposedly the size of Manhattan, and some are saying it's a comet, right? But there's no trail to it, okay? And it's like, they're saying it's following an orbit that is like 0.2% possible for it to come into our solar system. 0.2% possible. It's like going by Jupiter and Mars, and and then it's gonna come before it comes to the Earth. It'll be coming from the opposite side of the sun, so we're not gonna be able to see it approaching. They're saying it could make a maneuver if it is an alien ship, and I'll go into why I don't believe it is, but it could make a maneuver to slow down, because this another thing that's weird about it. It's traveling like at 120,000 kilometers per hour, which is, 2 to 3 times faster than a normal comet or something like that. I saw one of it threatening to shag me. What does that mean? Must be some sort of other language. I don't know. Saw one what? Alien? I'm talking about the ones up there, not the ones that are coming across the border. Okay? But anyway, so this object's like moving right faster, and it's like gravitational forces that should be affecting this thing aren't affecting this thing. It's just strange. And now we got this Harvard professor that's thinking it's going to do this maneuver when it's on the opposite side of the sun before it goes by Earth, because not supposed to hit Earth. Thank God. We don't need something the size of Manhattan, but this is a 2017 was a small object, but it did act like this. And then there was 2021, I think, was one, and then this one. But this one is like way bigger, and it's just acting weird. And then there's like the scientists saying it's going to make a maneuver, slow down, using the sun gravity to slow down. So I don't exactly know how they would do that. But anyway, to go into orbit around Earth, right? This is the thing, okay? If we're going to have an alien invasion, okay, it'd be like any other invasion that, like, on Earth that we create. You ain't going to know what's coming. They ain't going to give us months in advance notice. And to me, I think it would be bigger than a one-ship fleet, don't you? Harvard needs to that federal grant money. Hey, I don't believe this shit either. I mean, like I say, if you're aliens, got to think tactically too, just like our military would, right? And if they're going to come here, they're going to use, especially. I just don't believe that aliens, if they're traveling to the solar system, they're not using gravitational pulls of other planets to jet them through the solar system and stuff. Okay, it takes a long time. What it take? 50 years for Voyager 1 to finally leave our solar system. Okay, anyway, tactically you would need more. You would have to send a fleet, and you would not obviously advertise it for as long as these guys are advertising it. But it's strange. It is strange, but it could be a probe. Who the hell knows? We don't know all the secrets of the world. That's one thing that's wrong with the human race. We think we know everything. We think we're the top of the totem pole, the smartest beings there ever was. We're not even close. I'm sure there's other beings out there where we're the Stone Age people. Then you look at our culture and the way we behave, well, that doesn't improve the situation none. But tactically, it's all wrong. I mean, it makes no sense. But I'll be interested to see, in the days to come, it has people perplexed because it's not acting like it should normally act and being as big as it is. And then they're trying to say it's a comet with no tail. Really? So, crazy time. I suppose if it was a comet and it did have a tail, we'd be affected by the tail, I would assume. But anyway, that's just, scuttlebutt. We'll see. Being is always becoming. Being is always becoming. I like some of these days. Hi there. Being is always becoming. So I appreciate everybody being here. Anyway, like I say, this channel's growing. If you want to help the channel out, I never sell anything or ask for donations. I hate channels that sound like infomercials. But if you hit that thumbs up and subscribe and bell notifications and be back here, listen to my rant, sit there, go to my shorts, check them out. Those you can definitely, my shorts, my thoughts of the day, questions of the day, that type of stuff can bring some emotion out in some people. But you know what? If it gets them to think, okay, gets them to think in their own mind, they'll start debate with somebody instead of insulting people. But anyway, crazy times. So, but this alien thing, I guess in November, see, just another distraction. Is this a distraction from the E-list? No, because I heard about this before the E-list. But what's the government? You never let a good crisis go to waste. So I'm sure they'll do whatever they can to exploit the situation. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be an alien invasion. I don't think there's going to be something like Independence Day, where you got one big mothership and it just releases a bunch of other shit. I mean, it could be. It could be Independence Day 2.0. Just like it. Who the hell knows in today's world? I guess we wouldn't have to worry about our government bothering us then. We wouldn't be so concerned about the illegal aliens in this country because the space aliens would be more of a problem. Oh, my Lord, the world we live in. But this is Harvard, okay? But, I understand. So, is it possible? It's absolutely possible. What's my percentage on it? 0.2%. Okay, just like the percentage of this thing doing the trajectory it's doing, 0.2%. And then there was another thing about it that I couldn't remember. It was 1 in 20,000. You know, it's just the stats on it are unusual. But 3I Atlas. Okay, look it up. It's interesting. Okay, but I just don't see an alien invasion at the end of November. Okay, I don't see it. But if it happens, you know, it's going to suck because it'll be the winter time. Why couldn't they come in the summer and do this? I guess the southern hemisphere would be okay, but yeah, this is the world we live in, okay? Trump, the Nobel Peace Prize. I believe he deserves that just as much as I believe we're going to be invaded by aliens here by the end of November, okay? But whatever. I guess if he gets the Nobel Peace Prize, maybe I'll prepare a little bit for alien invasion by the end of November, huh? Crazy time, crazy time. Anyway, but that's all I got for tonight, folks. Anyway, I appreciate everybody being here, especially with YouTube. You know, when it's time to get the truth out, all I know is on YouTube, if you sit there and talk about certain things, or Facebook, not allowed. But when Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg covering for Trump, I don't know. We may have serious issues in this country. That's all I think. Anyway, that's all I got for this evening. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And look to the skies, people. Maybe all those drone sightings we were having in January, the beginning of this year, last year, or end of that, whatever. Maybe that was their advance party. But we're gonna find out. Eventually, one time, human beings are gonna interact with aliens from another planet. Okay, beings from another planet. Eventually, that day's coming. Is it gonna be at the end of November, or is it gonna be next week? Or is it going to be 100 years from now? I don't know. But all I know is if I were a superior race and I was watching our TV and observing the way, well, you know, men that they're trying to, the craziness, would you want to infect your advanced culture with that type of mindset? I don't think so. Anyway, everybody have a great night. This is Tom with Hidden Truths. I'm out of here.